Hold up, I am on my way. I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go.
Hello, my fellow creators, and welcome to my YouTube channel. It is the second of the month, which means it's time for the SheetLoad creative team to share our version of this month's SheetLoad of card sketch. Now, the SheetLoad of cards is a sketch, cutting guide, and full supply list provided free to all of Call Me Crafty Al's subscribers. Now, I'll be sure to link to Call Me Crafty Al's channel in the description box below. On the first of each month, Alicia of the Call Me Crafty Al channel shares the newest SheetLoad of cards sketch. On the second of the month, Alicia shares a full process video showing how to use the SheetLoad sketch, including any tips or tricks she may have. Now, the creative team also shares our version of how we use the SheetLoad of cards sketch on the second of the month. Now, there will be a link to a playlist in the description box below so that you can follow along with all of the creative team members for the February 2025 SheetLoad of cards sketch. If you'd like to play along with this month's SheetLoad sketch, please be sure to use the hashtags on the sketch when sharing on social media. This way we can see what all our crafty friends have created. Now, the sketch does share what supplies are needed, how many cards the sketch will yield, and this month it yields 6. The dimensions, in case you want to make one card instead of the full batch, and alternatives or other ways to use the sketch, such as rotating the sketch or changing the shape of the sentiment piece. Now, there is a channel member bonus. So channel members will have access to SVG files to help cut the CS2 oval and the V1 angled strip. So that little vellum angled strip. Now, page 2 is your cutting guide. So this shows you how to cut your patterned paper and cardstock, and in this case, how to cut your vellum. So for this month's SheetLoad, we do need 2 sheets of 12 by 12 patterned paper, 1 sheet of cardstock 1, half a sheet of cardstock 2, and half a sheet of vellum, and of course 6 A2 card bases. So let me show you what I used to make my cards. Now, when I saw that we were going to be using vellum on this SheetLoad, I knew exactly what paper pad to reach for. I have this pad of vellum with snowflakes all over it on in my stash, and so let me kind of flip through, see if you can see. It has different designs on it, different kind of snowflakes on it, which I think is perfect because I'm making some Christmas cards. So I used a scrap of this vellum that I had in my stash, and then as you may or may not know, I am going to be using this paper pad until I finish it off to make my Christmas cards. So this is the Candy Brights paper pad by Recollections. So I got it from Michael's back in 2023. And this is the one I've been using. So the papers I chose to use today, let me see if I can find them in here. This was one. So I chose this one with the candies all over it and the pink background. And then the second one I chose to use was, oh, come on, I can find it, I'm sure. This one with the pretty diagonal stripes all over it. So I used those 2 sheets. Now, to stamp my image and sentiment, I did bring in this stamp set I had in my stash. It's by the Stamping Village. And this is from, oh my goodness, I want to say 2019. I could be wrong. Yeah, 2019. And so this, what it was a collaboration of different stamp companies, and they each contributed a different holiday seal. So the one I used was this one on the corner that says Happy Holidays, and this was the contribution from Avery L for this stamp set. And then to stamp my image, I used this Passionate Pink ink from Gina K Designs. So let me show you the cards I made. So as you can see, for my first 3 cards here, I used the pink paper with the candies all over it as the larger piece here. And then for my smaller piece, I used that diagonal stripe pattern paper. And then to mat the pattern paper or this smaller piece, I had this kind of pink purplish foil cardstock in my stash. So I used that as the matte layer. And I cut this scallop circle out of the center of this matte layer because you wouldn't be able to see that. And that way I'm not wasting precious foil paper. And then I did cut this circle with a stitched edge out of just some plain white cardstock and stamped our little image there. So those are those 3. And then our next 3, you can see, are the reverse as far as how I use the paper. So here is the diagonal stripe as the larger paper, and then the candy paper as the smaller piece. And I did use the same stamped image for all of them. And here is your vellum piece. So I know it's hard to attach vellum, but here the ends aren't really attached. What I did was just attach from behind here because that would hide my adhesive. I thought about adding adhesive to the whole piece of vellum, but because the majority of it was hidden behind the circle, I decided against that. Now with the extra pieces, I did cut some strips to put on the inside of the cards. So I have strips to coordinate with the pattern paper on the inside of my cards. Now, there were some larger pieces of pattern paper left over. So I made 2 additional cards. And what I did here was this piece wasn't quite wide enough, so I cut it down the middle and used this extra strip I had here to join them together. And then use this extra piece here. And then this is what was left, and so I used that for the inside. And I did the same thing on both. And again, I used up some of this pinkish foil paper. So there are my 6 cards using this month's Sheetload of Cards sketch and my 2 bonus cards as well. Thanks for sticking around to the end. I'd be thrilled if you subscribed to my YouTube channel or followed me on any of my other social media platforms. As always, have a beautiful, safe, and creative day. Thanks for watching. Bye.
Christmas, we're gonna dance.
We're gonna
Okay.
dance, dance, dance,
Come on.
dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song.